Good morning, KMA Tribe. Today I want to talk to you about reading, writing, and arithmetic. On the first one, I want to share the fact that all of the things. By the way, my friend Scott Duvall said I should always introduce myself because not everybody already knows me. So, my name is Grandmaster Stephen Del Castillo, and I'm the founder and chief master instructor at Krav Maga Martial Arts. I'm also an author and teacher and speaker, and that's the capacity I'm coming into you today. And I wanted to talk about, every single day in my Facebook, for those that are in my tribe, they know this, I do an I am grateful for post. And today I want to talk about how grateful I am for reading, writing, and arithmetic. That is today's message. And the first one is on reading. And what I want to share with you is that, I've been doing martial arts for 40 years. I've been in leadership for 30. I have had the blessing and privilege of having this business and doing my calling as also my vocation for 22 years now. And I am a teacher first and foremost, and so I have had the great privilege also of teaching and sewing into hundreds and hundreds of people, and I often get compliments about my teaching. And what I wanted to share is that, of all the lessons that I get to share and teach, half of them came from personal experience or other people that were my mentors, or people that I watched and said, I'll never do that. And the other half came from reading great books. Certainly, so many of the black belt leadership lessons that we teach at Krav Maga Martial Arts are the product of the hundreds of great books that I've read over my life. And today I wanted to specifically mention how grateful I am for one of my mentors, Dean Graciosi, referred to me. And in confession, when I got it, the Amazon package, I opened it. It was this itty bitty book. I was like, wow, this is not what I was expecting. I sat down and I read it in 16 minutes this morning. Now, I'll read it many more times because it was a very powerful book, which is in and of itself is a great reminder, which is that you can say amazingly powerful things quickly with brevity. So I'll work on doing that right now. But the book was called, and I meant to bring it in and forgot, but I do have a picture of it here. It was called How Will You Measure Your Life by Clayton M. Christensen. And Clayton had been a very, very sought after expert in the field of business development. He was, in fact, a professor of business management, business development at Harvard Business School. And obviously a very brilliant man. But what's brilliant about the book is that the life lessons are so profound and so beyond business. I highly recommend the book to everyone. Dean, thank you for referring it to me. And reading is a very rich and important part of my life. And if it's not already for you and you're listening to this and you're a student or follower of mine and it resonates with you, please start reading and read great books that can help you make a positive difference in your life. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about is writing. And writing may mean, like me, I love writing. So, I write a blog pretty much every day for my tribe, and I've written a book, and I have another book in me just waiting to explode when I can get some time to sit down and finish that. But I'm not talking about that kind of writing right now because I want to speak to everyone. In fact, I was speaking to my mother on the way in about it, and she confessed that my mother-in-law had given her a journal once that she's really never started doing. So we were talking about the power of journaling. And I got the Better Life Journal from Dean Graciosi. It was a great gift. Thank you, Dean, again. And this morning I was writing, and some great revelation came out in my journal. And I was explaining to my mother, and I'm sharing with you now too, that writing is an amazing way to get this third voice involved even when there's not a third voice involved. And what I mean is, I'm writing on one thing, I think, and then all of a sudden there's a revelation. And I don't know if that's God. I don't know if it's your subconscious mind for sure. Maybe sometimes it's one, sometimes it's the other. But journaling is the process by which such discoveries are made. And the third thing I wanted to talk to you about is arithmetic. And in full confession, I really just said reading, writing, and arithmetic because I thought that title may catch your attention. But let me go ahead and be a man of integrity and give you a lesson on arithmetic too. Make sure that the lessons that you allow into your life, that the messages that you listen to are adding up. There are voices in the world today that are pulling us in one of two distinct directions. And I don't mean the polarization in the country, or like left or right or anything like that. I mean, they're either moving you in a positive direction that makes your life better, that makes you better, and as Mr. Christensen talked about in the book today, like really, when we're at the end of our life looking back, these are the things that will have made a difference, right? Listen to those voices and those lessons and those messages, and try to get more of them in your life through reading, through personal mentorship, through the things that you watch and the things that you listen to, and less of the negative squawking that's going on in the world that's trying to pull you in a direction that's for their own agenda and means. And, well, I guess I just said it all. That's the point. Make sure that the things are adding up in two ways too. One, adding up meaning that, okay, this is true and useful to me. And two, adding up meaning that you actually apply the lessons to your life. Because, early on, I was a philosophy major in my undergraduate, believe it or not. And one of the early voices that I really loved was Aristotle. And in his Nicomachean Ethics, he says, knowledge without action is useless. And I have found this to be true throughout my life to this point, and I will continue to apply this truth in my life going forward, and hopefully in my students' lives too. So, I am Shannon Steve of Krav Maga Martial Arts. Prepare to live, empower to lead. See you soon.